You might have noticed that I'm playing a different Martin acoustic guitar to my OM28 that I've been performing and making videos with for 5 years. I've travelled around the world, played my best friends' weddings, written countless songs, and appeared on a Times Square billboard in New York City with that guitar. How time flies. Never fear, I still own and will use that guitar, but what I am excited to introduce you to is my custom OM42 acoustic by Martin. For those asking, this is a one-off, very special instrument. It's not for sale, and probably in this variation never will be. However, sign up to my mailing list in the description below, because it would be fascinating to know who would even want a Mary Spender signature model one day. Anyway, I digress. Why did I go for the same body shape as my OM28 and not change it up? I love it. It fits. It's slim and beautiful. A dreadnought to me is an entirely different vibe, but I wanted something I would use every day and play comfortably on stage. The OM suits my fingerstyle playing and, well, sounds bloody brilliant. Plus, it has an extraordinary history. And just in case you don't know, OM stands for Orchestra Model. The process began when I was visiting Martin in Nazareth, Pennsylvania for the first time in October 2022. If you haven't seen the videos from that trip, including a documentary I made about the history of Martin, then they're linked below. I fell in love in the museum with the OM45 Deluxe from 1930, where only 11 were made, and you'll notice I've used that model as inspiration in the details I added. What is it made out of? Well, the back and sides are Guatemalan rosewood, with this beautiful sapwood matched down the middle. I love being able to view the unfinished wood through the sound hole, and the bracing material is Adirondack spruce. The top, before you say anything, I know it's not a traditional choice, but I'm not a traditional gal, and I had the full experience and got to hand select the pieces in the factory with professional guidance, of course. Thank you, Danny and Rory. This is Engelmann spruce with bear claw. I love how in some light you can't notice it, and then it hits you. It shimmers. It's a rare top. It truly does look like a bear has clawed it. And no, this distinctive grain pattern doesn't affect the structural integrity of the wood. I didn't want to build a Martin that had been created before. I wanted something tasteful, an ode to Martin's history, but something that would stand out and be noticeably mine. You'll notice I went for a satin finish with aging toner. Gloss is stunning, but to be honest, this guitar has a performance purpose on stage and on camera. Reflections under lights can be distracting and hard to film and photograph, and I love the matte look more. Also, some might say that having less layers of lacquer lets the wood breathe more and therefore sounds better. I'm prepared for a fight in the comments. Binding is European flamed maple with abalone pearl all around the perimeter and at the end of the fingerboard. The rosette is modelled on the 45. The adhesive is vintage hide glue. The pickguard material is faux tortoiseshell. The bridge is black ebony. I went for the modern belly shape with a bone saddle and the custom inlay Foden-inspired triangles of pearl that leads me onto the neck, which also has a Foden-style inlay, but with my signature on the 12th fret. Yes, it truly is a dream come true. The neck is made of mahogany with a modified low oval profile and the high performance taper. The finish is also satin here too. Dovetail neck joint. The fingerboard is black ebony with flamed maple binding, an angled bone nut. The radius is 16 inches. Then there are 20 frets with 14 clear of the body. It has a square slotted headstock, also Guatemalan rosewood on the headplate with square slots and the CF Martin inlay plus the binding. On the back, I have the standard diamond volute with a custom bicycle inlay that is the exact same design as the tattoo on my wrist. We're twins. Then yes, the Waverley bronze side-mounted tuners are phenomenal. For playing live, I went with the LR Baggs Anthem pickup. Trusted, tested, and subtle. This is my most valuable and special guitar. I know I am one of the luckiest musicians to be able to have this experience and work with Martin to build an extraordinary instrument with so many details that mean the world to me. I am a Martin girl for life. I wanted this guitar to have a story before I made this video, and my God, has it lived, and it's only 7 months old. It's traveled around the States and Europe already. The first performance was at my friends Francis and Danny's wedding. Then it played in front of 1,000 people at the 2024 NAMM show, where the idea of building this guitar was conceived in June 2022. I've already written songs with it, and it's been held and played by some incredible musicians. I have to say a huge thank you to the Martin Guitar family for making this possible. You know exactly who you are. I feel a true sense of loyalty to the history of the guitar, and with Martin's innovations becoming the traditions that we see everywhere. It's amazing to be even remotely associated with the company that revolutionized my favorite instrument. And I can't wait for many happy years of putting your guitars to work and making the best music I possibly can. I also need to say a special thank you to every single one of the builders at every single stage of this process. I know how much care and attention is put into each guitar, and to have witnessed you at work, it's very emotional for me to be holding this instrument, knowing how many hours were put into it by you. So just thank you to everyone working so hard at the factory, day and night. To everyone watching, you made this possible too. I hope I can keep on improving and making better music and videos for you to enjoy. There's nothing I'd rather do. Slow and steady wins the race. And it would be amazing to move this channel a little bit closer to 1 million subscribers. So if you haven't already, please subscribe below. And if you're in the UK in September and October this year, I will be performing with this guitar on stage every night on tour. So more details in the description below. But of course, I'll be seeing you here again very soon. Time to keep practicing.
Do you see shadows of me riding the brown line, drinking in Heartbreak? Shower biz and Thai food just make me feel lonely. You passed out on the couch, Parks and Rec on TV. It's a good thing it went bad. Are you happy that I'm shy? Do you know we never ran our course? Could you feel it in your bones that you could call me home? So scared you had to burn me down. At least I can rebuild me so nearby. All these tears I hate to cry. You've heard I'm moving to LA. Was there nothing that you could do to make me stay? It's a good thing you went bad. Are you happy that I'm sad? Do you know we never